Hi everyone. Today I'm going to talk to you about behavioral feedback. When we say behavioral feedback, we're talking about behavior. Behavior is what you say or do. Whatever we say or do is our behavior. Now, some behaviors result in positive outcomes. Some behaviors do not result in positive outcomes. Our job as leaders and managers is to give feedback to people which will help them improve. When I say which will help them improve, they should know which behaviors they need to improve on and which behaviors they're doing well as well. Unfortunately, most of us, when we get the word feedback, have this slightly negative feeling in our hearts, saying that, oh, what did I do now? Why do I need feedback? Isn't everything going well? That's because most of the times when we got feedback, we got what we call corrective feedback, which means you're not doing this right, you're not doing that right, you need to improve on this, you need to improve on that. But let me ask you, what about the things I'm doing well? Nobody tells me that I'm doing well, what I'm doing well. And if I ask them, it's a lot of times I personally have heard people saying, well, isn't that given? I mean, isn't that what you're expected to do? Why should I praise you for something you're expected to do? As leaders and managers, it is our responsibility to give behavioral feedback to our people for their improvement. Today I'm going to talk to you about two ways of giving feedback, or how do you give behavioral feedback? Telling somebody they're doing a great job is not behavioral feedback, it's just appreciation. On the other hand, telling somebody that they're careless is also not behavioral feedback because in either cases, you're not specifying a behavior. A behavioral feedback is when you specify a particular behavior and highlight it. Now, this behavior could be a productive behavior or a not so productive behavior. If it's a productive behavior, they are supposed to repeat it. Hence, it is called reinforcement feedback. On the other hand, if your team member is displaying a behavior, is doing a behavior which is not so productive, then it has to be redirected. For example, I'll take the same examples. Somebody who has given a great presentation is not a feedback, but yes, the way they handled the questions in the presentation was good. And specifically, what did they do? The way they framed their answer, the way they presented their slides, the way they designed their slides. These are all behaviors that can be highlighted when you're giving reinforcement feedback, which means I want to reinforce all the positive behaviors that they have done well. On the other hand, when we talk about somebody being careless, why did we say that they're careless? Probably they've been coming in late in meetings. So rather than terming or labeling them as careless, we need to give them redirectional feedback, which means I have noticed that you've been coming in late for 3 times in meetings in last month. It will be really nice if you can come on time. Now, if I say if you come in time, I'm being very specific and telling them exactly where they're going wrong. That, my dear friends, is known as redirectional feedback. So next time you're giving feedback, make sure it's very specific to the behavior you want them to reinforce or change or redirect. And stay away from general criticism and appreciation. Appreciation is good. People feel good when they get appreciated. But at the same time, it doesn't help because I don't know what I've been doing right. So go ahead and give your team members a lot of feedback because feedback is their right. Thank you so much.